Jose's book is coming out next week. There's going to be a lot of interest in Caylee. And I want you to just listen to a couple of quick things I'm going to read to you. Then I'm going to discuss them so you can think about what actually is going on here. With Caylee, with Jose Baez, the whole works. I'm quoting Dr. Danziger, and he is quoting Caylee. I hate the fact that I don't hate him for everything that's done, everything that happened. I hate the fact that I can still love him. Little girl wishing my dad could be my dad. I can't figure out why I don't hate him. Years of anger, frustration, hurt, and pain. Finally, openly speaking about it, but it's painful and distressing. Now, listen to this that was published yesterday by CBS and AP. It says, Baez argued that the little girl accidentally drowned in the family swimming pool while Anthony and her father, George, were at home. Anthony panicked from the traumatic effects of being sexually abused by her father, and George Anthony hid the body, according to the defense argument. Now, when I listened to the opening statement and I heard that Baez was claiming this was an accident, the first thing that popped into my mind, and nobody else's mind, is I know that nobody on this planet could find any case that took an accident and effectively turned it into a murder, subjected themselves to potential murder charges when there was no murder, no crime, it was an accident. However, the reverse is true. In other words, there's a murder, you could turn that into a suicide or an accident. Happens all the time. Okay? So I thought, wow, that doesn't make any sense at all. Now, what also makes no sense is throughout this trial, Ashton and Burdick, the prosecutors, never even contested that, to say how absurd, how ridiculous an argument this is, that they claim it was an accident, and yet the body wound up hidden in the swamp, and made believe there was a kidnapping. It's ridiculous. But this is America. Now I want to talk about, I said Baez's book is coming out, there's going to be a lot of interest, right? I want to talk about my book that is on Amazon. Okay? I mailed this book through Baez's office. First I called Baez's office and I asked, would they convey the book to Caylee? And they said, absolutely. I can tell you this, that I have never been told by Baez's office or Cheney Mason's office that that book was ever received by Caylee. They never denied it. They didn't say, no, we didn't do it, we dumped it, we ditched it. Or, yeah, she got it. Nothing, okay? Now, I just called the other guy, Green, the other lawyer, and I just asked that question. Could you please ask and tell me if Caylee received the book? That's it. It has nothing to do with Caylee's case. Did she receive the book? And guess what? First the lady said, sure, we'll tell you, we'll get right back to you. I called yesterday. I got this nasty lawyer, John, who told me that they are not going to tell me anything, period. Why? Why? That doesn't make any sense. The reason I sent this book to Caylee is because it's a true story involving me personally, involving the criminal justice system. I wanted Caylee to know, and I want you to know, that I have very, very intimate knowledge of the criminal justice system in this country. Right from the FBI, the local police departments, into the court system, into the Bureau of Prisons, into jails. I know how this stuff works in reality. Okay? Especially the lawyers and the prosecutors. I know how this works. And the reason that I wanted Caylee to read my book for free is because I wanted her to understand that I was interested in helping her and that I knew how to help her. But it was going to be up to her to read the book to decide, hey, you know what? I'm interested in hearing from Steve Miller, or this guy's just another knucklehead. I could care less what he has to say because his book is crazy as could be. Okay? But she never got the book. Why wouldn't the lawyers give her the book? I don't know. Did they read the book? I doubt it. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense. But none of it makes sense. In other words, this defense makes no sense. So then when I read the deposition by Dr. Danziger and Dr. Weitz, I could have been in the same room next to Caylee and next to Baez and next to Ashton, okay? And heard the same exact words. But in this case, the transcript, I can reread it and reread it and reread it all I want. And I'm going to tell you something. If you read this transcript, you will understand that Caylee trusted these two shrinks, especially Dr. Weitz. And she told him what happened. Let me tell you this. What happened was that she was in bed sleeping, and so was Caylee in her pajamas. However, at 9 o'clock in the morning on June 16th, the day that Caylee was murdered by George, George came busting in Casey's room and said, we got to find Caylee. They're frantic. Run around the house, run outside in the yard, and Caylee looked into the swimming pool, and Caylee was not in that swimming pool. Okay? She came back into the house, and the next thing that happened was George came in with Caylee in his arms, with Caylee soaking wet, dead, in his arms, and she's now changed. She's not in pajamas anymore. She's in shorts and a t-shirt. And the shorts had been old shorts. She outgrew them. They were in the drawer. Okay? Now, obviously, George decided to dress Caylee and take her out of the pajamas and put her in these shorts and a t-shirt. Okay? Was the shorts and the t-shirt in the woods? I don't hear a peep about that. I heard about the duct tape. I heard about the bag. I heard about the sticker. But I didn't hear anything about the shorts and the t-shirt. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Okay? There's a lot of holes here. And I'm going to fill up the holes. And I'm intending to get the FBI to put this case on trial against George, who murdered Caylee, molested Caylee. He knew damn well that Caylee was going to talk, and that's why he murdered her. That was the motive. And Casey loved Caylee, and she didn't care nothing much about going to bars. She liked to hang out with her friends, like everybody else. Okay? But she's not some kind of a drinker or a dope addict or anything like that. Okay? She just wanted to be sociable. She's one of the finest, nicest persons you'll ever meet. She's brilliant. She's a great student. They even lied about her graduating high school. Okay? The media lied about everything that went on through this trial. And this completely misled all of you. This entire audience has no idea what happened. And the reason I do is because I watched the entire trial on my computer so that I wouldn't be interrupted by commercials on HLN. But then I listened to HLN broadcasters lie after lie after lie when they had bench conferences, which is this stupid ass judge was having bench conferences, dozens of them every day. So there was nothing to listen to. I would flip on HLN and listen to these broadcasters. And that's it for the moment. Okay?